One Piece didn't end Egghead. It confessed. And once a truth is spoken out loud, everything must stop, so the lie can catch up. That's why the anime went silent. Not for scheduling, not for quality, not for pacing, but because you don't sprint. After realizing the world you live in was built on stolen history. Egghead, when knowledge becomes a sin. Egghead. An egg is potential. A head is awareness. Put together, it means a thought that has not yet been approved. Egghead is the moment humanity learns that intelligence is tolerated only until it threatens power. Vegapunk didn't invent weapons. He proved something worse. The world does not fear violence. It fears people who understand how it works. That's why the arc feels chaotic. Because truth is not neat. It doesn't arrive with a soundtrack. It destabilizes everything. Egghead wasn't about science. It was about censorship. The hiatus. The moment the mirror is held up. The pause isn't empty. It's accusation. In Zen, there's a teaching. When the student is shown the truth, silence follows. Because what do you say? After you learn your history was edited? One Piece looked at the audience and said, "If I continue at the same pace, you'll cheer. But you won't understand." So it stopped. The anime didn't leave. It waited. To see if you'd think. Elbaf. The lies that survived by becoming stories. Elbaf is fable backwards. That is not clever. That is devastating. Because it means the truth was never erased. It was disguised as fiction, so it could survive. Giants live long lives because memory needs time. Short lives forget. Long lives remember. Elbaf is where history hid, after the Void Century burned its records. Not in books, not in technology, but in stories told. So many times. Joy Boy, the most dangerous man in history. Joy Boy wasn't powerful. He was uncontrollable. His crime wasn't rebellion. It was refusing to treat authority as sacred. That's why the world government hates laughter. Laughter breaks hierarchy. You cannot kneel while laughing. Nika is not a god of war. He is a god of unapproved joy. That is why his name was erased. Not because he could destroy the world, but because he could make people stop fearing it. Luffy, the final accusation. Luffy is not the chosen one. He is the one who never learned how to obey. That's it. No destiny. No throne. No divine plan. Just a boy who refuses to live seriously. In a world that uses seriousness to control. That's why Elbaf matters. The giants won't crown him. They'll recognize him. The same way you recognize a truth you already knew, but were told to forget. The new format, this is the warning. Fewer episodes. More silence. This is not a production choice. It's a statement. If you still want this story fast, you are not ready for the ending. The final saga is not entertainment. It's a mirror. And mirrors require you to slow down, or you miss your own reflection. The hidden message nobody says out loud. One Piece is ending. The same way the Void Century began. With erased history, controlled information, and people laughing anyway. The question is no longer, what is the One Piece? The question is, if the truth makes you uncomfortable, will you still choose it? Final word. The anime didn't go quiet. It asked you to stop clapping and start listening. Because freedom isn't loud. It's what remains after the noise dies.